Ow!
Sorry. It's so loud in your space.
That was supposed to be the tip of my nose, but you got it.
Hey guys.
Wait, start over. I was blowing my nose. Just my pressure in my ears.
Deep breaths, everyone.
Deep breaths, everyone.
Okay.
Hey guys, and today in Energy in Motion, we... Oh, fuck.
Do it. This is how it should be. This is how it should be. Go on. I'm ready for my introduction now.
Hi guys. Welcome back to Energy in Motion. We're super...
Start over. Sorry. Okay, let's settle. And...
Is everyone ready?
Everyone is ready.
Okay. Okay.
Natural.
Yes.
This is natural.
We were making it natural.
This is going on Instagram.
Great. This is how it should be. This is humanity. Everyone's
Take 5015. We're like, it's nighttime.
I'm ready.
Hey guys, welcome to Energy in Motion. We're super excited to have our friend and amazing musician and artist Joel Shearer with us. We'll get a little bit of insight on his journey with his career and his creative process, and we are excited to share that with you. We're excited to hear what Joel has to say, and we're grateful to have you.
It's going to be really easy to get answers out of it. So tell us a little bit about your music and what's the most joyful part of it for you.
That's a good question. The most joyful part, I guess, is the part when I'm not in my head and I'm just in the experience of it. And because it's really not, it's not mine, it doesn't belong to me. So when it comes in and there's this sort of in the moment kind of thing, it's like that, we all talk about it in Western culture now. It's like being present and being in the moment and that kind of stuff. And this is in my most joyful moments are when I'm forgetting that I'm making music and it's just taking place around me. And then it's like, then I get in my head and I go, oh my God, this is so amazing. And then I'm not in it anymore. Then I'm watching it. And then it's a different experience, So I guess the most joyful moments are the ones I can't actually recall because I was in them.
We talk about that all the time.
We do. I'm obviously I'm an actress, but I know that I'm present in the room and on audition because I can't walk out and recall any part of it.
Right. Yeah, it's very similar.
So yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So it's I guess it falls into that thing like the majority of the amazing stuff you'll do in your life nobody will ever see. It's also the majority of the most amazing experiences you'll have in life you actually won't be able to totally recall in full. Or I don't know, maybe. Like I can go like, oh my God, that was amazing. It's like when you break an arm or something, you can remember the experience, but you don't remember the pain. Yeah. It's almost like that. It's like, because it's literally when you're in it, you're not aware of the fact that you're in it until that.
And this kind of leads us straight into this question. As an artist, there's creative blocks that we all deal with, and
Never.
So
Not for Joel.
no, he's perfect.
I'm just hemorrhaging creativity. I don't know what to do with it.
What are some of your creative blocks if you're open to sharing them, and how do you overcome them to continue that process?
I think the only creative blocks are, for me, fear is a creative block when I'm too attached to my idea of how something is going to be or supposed to be. It's a creative block. It creates a creative block. When I'm too concerned with what other people think, that kind of thing. So if I'm self-conscious, that creates a creative block. All the heady shit creates creative block. Creates the creative block. I think ultimately, am I in like some state of utter creativity at all time? Yes, I could be, but I'm not that advanced as a human. I'm still like, clamoring around in the underbelly of consciousness, just trying to figure out this whole fucking thing. But ultimately, I think that's the creative block. When I just get out of the way, there isn't a creative block because you're not in your head anymore. I'm not in my head. And with collaborations as well, because that can be a conflict can happen there if somebody else is in their head and they're forcing something and you're just trying to be in the moment and go with it. That could cause a creative block, so I don't know. when you're out of flow, if you're out of your whole, all those catchphrases, you know, that we like to throw around now in this kind of new current state of mind, I think, you know.
Yeah, and more importantly, like, what do you do to get past them, you know?
Go for a hike.
Okay.
It's part of like living here. If I'm in my little room trying to work and something's not happening, I just stop. I'm done. I used to fight through it and try to push and try to make things, try to like go against it, and now I just stop. And it's even when I'm making a record right now with this really amazing artist. And if we're going and trying to get something and it's not working, or, you know, we stop. We just move on to something else. And you can go back to it and the problem will still be there, but you might have it won't be a problem at that point because you're not looking at it as a problem, you know. I guarantee you the person calling it now is my friend who calls like 4 times in a row. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Okay.
But you said
That's Jay-Z calling, actually.
That's great.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I just did the yeah, no for Vanessa, and that's good. Yeah, no. What was the question?
So you go for a hike, you said.
Oh yeah, I'll stop. I'll go for a hike. I'll just stop whatever it is, whatever the thing is that I'm blocked up against. I just leave it alone. I don't keep poking at it, and then just go clear my head. So I can go for a hike. I can sit outside. Maybe I'll play piano or like play guitar or do something different. Masturbate. I've done that before. Like honestly, just because it's like, oh, I got to get this thing out the way. So you know.
Okay, whatever works.
Yeah.
I love it. What's your life motto?
Don't have one. I'm a student. How about that? Constant. I want to keep learning, and I think as I get older, the only thing I know is that I don't know anything. I don't know anything. I feel a lot. So, but in terms of what I think whenever I say I think, that's just like, that's my, don't think.
Is that your life motto?
Sure. I mean, I could apply it. I think all the time, though. That's probably why I would say, you know, that's like, I'm a heavy thinker, but I'm a heavy feeler as well. So I'd rather feel, I don't know. Maybe ask me again in like 10 minutes when we're done and maybe I'll come up with one.
All right.
What did you want to
Don't be a dick. Actually, that is my life motto. No, I swear to God. It's like all spiritual, all the stuff, all the different philosophies, all that. Just don't be a dick. That's it. That's my life motto.
Did you see the post we did this week?
No.
With our artist Sarah Cravens, who's an amazing voiceover artist. Her life motto was
Don't be a dick.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
She said, just don't.
Cool. That's a really,
Wow.
if you have a choice, it's always a choice. Like be a dick or don't be a dick. So yeah, don't be a dick. That's my life motto. So
We find a lot of artists keep saying that in different ways. Obviously, it's not always don't be a dick. Twice it has been, but
don't be a double dick.
yeah. But
Way to make a different
Unless you have 2 women, then you need to be a double dick.
No, it's just interesting that, you know, 2 artists consecutively have the same life motto.
So, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Musician.
You always knew.
I'm doing exactly what I wanted to do when I was a kid. I haven't grown up yet though, so it might change.
They say that's the artist that survived.
Oh wow, really? Okay.
If you're still doing the things as a child and being a kid and
Yeah, it's great being a kid, navigating an adult relationship. It's awesome. But yeah, I'm literally, I wanted to be a musician.
when did you know?
Well, I used to stand in front of the mirror rocking out with a tennis racket as a guitar. That was like 7, 8. So I would imagine around then it was like in my DNA to do it. I mean, I come from a family of artists. My dad's a musician, a guitar player. My mom's a writer. My cousin's a flamenco guitar player. My uncle is a painter, was a painter. Lots of people died. Actually, my mom's still around. My dad's still around. The uncle was the only one that died, actually. So the one dude died, the painter. He's also a sculptor. I just come from a lot. So I think it was inherent in my sort of upbringing, also growing up around like different types of culture and art. It was kind of inevitable that I would fumble into. I was either going to go against it and become like a locksmith, you know, or I was going to become an artist of sorts, sort of. But I know it was a challenge in some behalf because my mother didn't want. She really wished I had gone at first. She's insanely supportive now, but when I was like 10 through 17 or something, it was like, do something else, you know, like she wasn't against me doing it, but she would prefer. She didn't want another failed artist in the family, you know. And my dad was super into it, but my mom's like crazy supportive. Has always been supportive, but was really like, you know, mom's taking care of her kid and was like, oh, I really, you know, do something different. Don't just be, or if you're gonna do it for real. Don't half-ass it. That was more her philosophy. If I was gonna do it, then really do it. Then don't just fake it.
Yeah.
So actually, that's an aha moment right now. That's good. Thanks, Mom. Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet. That's a good moment.
And you said she was a writer?
She's a writer, yeah.
What kind of writer?
Creative writer. She was a journalist for like Shaka Khan and the Average White Band and that kind of stuff. It was cool.
And
Lots of cocaine and hairy vaginas.
Perfect.
Awesome.
I wish I would have been that time.
But that doesn't sound like failed art.
No, that sounds like a party.
So I'm interested as to why she, you know, didn't want you to be another failed artist, because it doesn't sound like she was.
She wasn't. But, you know, I think it was the musician thing. It was like another guitar player. There's nobody that had sort of like been able to take music into a profession, you know? But I mean, in terms of my grandmother was a writer and a teacher, and my mom was a writer, and my grandfather was a writer, and yeah, there's a lot of writers. I write. So.
What sort of stuff do you write?
But children's stories at the moment, but I haven't finished anything. They're all just conceptual things that I've started, but I'm into it. I'm in a writing class, and it'll be one day. It's something to do that I don't have an ambition with, like a financial kind of, like music has changed for me, where music is my job now, like being a musician is a career, whereas writing is just a creative outlet. So there's a different relationship with the two of them, and I need to remind myself of my relationship with my instrument. And sometimes I look at it and I hate it, because it's like I need it to survive, and then writing, I don't have that, and then I have to reinvent my relationship with my instrument, and I have to rediscover it and go like, oh God, like I love you, and I'm so glad I have you, and I'm so glad I have this connection. Whereas writing, I don't have that. Writing is just sort of like, I can take it or leave it, I can do it or I can't do it. I'm not very good at it, or I'm really good at it. Like I don't have any, like it just happens, like it's kind of cool. With music, I judge myself and I compare myself, and I'm constantly beating myself up about it, and then I'm totally let go and have a great time with it, you know. So I didn't really answer your question, but you got some other shit.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful, beautiful thought. Do you have any advice for somebody that wants to be a musician professionally?
Study, I would say. I didn't study. I didn't learn how to read music, and I didn't really study music. I just played. So yes, that's important, to play and to feel and to hear and to listen. That's more important than anything else. Listen. It's advice to anybody in the world. If you want to do anything, listen. Like listen. And listen to the people who are fucking good at it, and you don't know better than them. You know, you may do something differently and reinvent something. Yes, everyone's got that potential, but I think listening. But other thing I would say is study. Become a master of the thing that you do, you know. And we live in a day and age where it's really like a drag and drop kind of society. Everything's just like, you know. So I think like to be a badass at your art, you need to be like the hummingbird that's just it never fucking chills out. Like when was the last time you saw a hummingbird just hanging out? Like it's not, it's like fucking going, you know, and it's constantly checking everything out. And if you want to be good at something, I think you need to be a ninja at it. So, you know, get past the drag and drop, investigate it, study it. Who did you get into? Don't just listen to the person that you listen to. Listen to the people that they listen to. Always go deeper. There's always one more thing of the onion to peel back. Was it skin? Layer. Thank you. Just go layer, because you get deeper, and like once you get to the soul of it, then you're in it, and that's the shit. Everything else is just surface. It's static. It's noise. You know. So that would be my advice. Go deep. Get to the roots of where stuff came from. If you like rock and roll, go into blues. If you like blues, go into world music. Go to Africa. You know. Find out what the fuck they were singing about.
I love that. Jinx. Is there a place, I mean, you live in this beautiful home in Topanga Canyon. It's just so beautiful here. Is there a place that is like your Shangri-La spot that you go that just...
Suzanne! Well, I live in the Shangri-La spot. My canyon, the hike right here is unbelievable. Just sitting out here with the oaks is one of my favorite things. I love these two trees. And they not only do they keep my house cool in the summer, but they sort of offer this weird sort of, it's like they just support. They're just there, like these massive hands that just are holding this whole idea up. And so just being with them is very much a space for me. Big Sur is a space for me. Iceland, Reykjavik's another Shangri-La spot. There's something happens when I go there. Ojai is a hike up there called Matilaha Canyon. There's a beautiful hike up there. I love going up there. I don't know, there's lots of spots. But like the most immediate spots would be where I live, Topanga. Actually, I used to live in Los Feliz. And up in Griffith Park, there are a few trails that I found that I kind of just, they're probably like coyote trails or deer trails or something. But up in there, wow, there's my echo. It's my soul echoing. And there's some cool stuff up there. It's just really noisy over there. There's a lot of people, a lot of tourists, a lot of like, which is cool. I think it's great people are hiking. But for me, Shangri-La spot is a spot where it's quiet and I don't see anybody and I can actually drop into myself. Big Sur, I have a lot of spots there. Big Sur is a very special place. Yeah.
What is...
Can we check the cameras?
Oh, this would just stop.
Yeah.
What is one word that you would describe yourself with?
Sorry, can we ask that again? Oh, go ahead.
You were texting?
No, I was looking at questions.
What is... I want to make sure you put your phone on. What's one word that you would use to describe yourself?
Okay, well, when you were asking, because of the way we started, when there was like, you were wiping your nose and then there was a thing and then I did it as a joke and then you wanted to start again. What's funny is like, as you were asking, I wanted to do it again. And then, so the word I would describe myself is nosy. That's what came to me, because I'm curious. I'm a curious motherfucker. I'm super curious. So that's kind of nosy. I'm not nosy in a way of like, I can give a shit what people are doing, but it's more curious about the world and how, you know, like that. So nosy. That's good. Curious.
Has that served you well?
Not always.
Musician?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm here. Still making music at like 17,000 years old, so it's good.
What's something that you've been able to be a part of creatively that you're proud of, that you love?
I'm working now a lot, which I have never done anything like this before, and it's really been curious. Right now I'm really into ambient music and how music affects us on like a cellular level and how it affects us, it affects our bodies and the way that we listen to music now. And so I'm developing this project with another musician and a light artist, a light installation artist, and the three of us, we're building this incredible space that's going to be an immersive, fully immersive, but communal immersive environment. Almost like it would feel like it's like I kind of want to talk about it too much, but it's like this project is super exciting for me because it's completely different from the pop world, which I'm basically in. And I use that word, you know, the pop umbrella, which is everything from the Beatles to Lady Gaga and everything in between. So it's, you know, and it's just a different trip, you know, and that falls into, like I do these solo ambient performances once a month, and it's a different way to utilize my ability to interpret music and play music and feel music and give that in a way that isn't like a pop song, you know, like here is a song about a broken heart and you're gonna cry right now, here's the chorus, you're gonna sing along now, you know, it's like, this is a totally different experience where people actually let the fuck go and they can go to another place that isn't the head. It's like they get more inside. And I think socially and culturally we need to stop going out there and start going here because we're fucking shit up, you know? And so music is a very powerful tool, and I do struggle with what am I doing for the planet, and what am I, you know, I recycle, I'm conscious of all that stuff, the way I eat, so on and so forth, but like, what can I do with the thing I I would love to start a revolution, but I'm not that dude. Like, I'm not that kind of guy. So what is the thing? Like, well, I can do it with music. And so I feel really inspired by that. That's currently the most amazing thing I can be a part of, which is really going to help people settle and stop and slow down and feel. We need to learn how to feel again. So, but feel, not just feel our noisy emotions, feel, you know, that kind of thing. And music's an amazing tool for that, because it affects you immediately. It's like, it's a physical thing, you know? I don't know.
It's soul connecting.
Yeah.
And
I'm not taking anything away from pop music, by the way. I love it. And I love the pop song, and I love the romantic novel, and I love the Men in Black kind of movies. I love all of the stuff that we do, but there's also a deeper underlying thread of stuff that we have totally lost connection to, and that's it.
It's important too.
I think so.
yeah, I was just gonna say that I've had the opportunity to sit in.
Yeah, you came, you filmed.
I filmed one and I sat in the other. And I think one of the first ones that you did, and it's lovely. So I'm really excited to see where it goes. The healings, you know.
Yeah. Well, I'm not trying to heal anybody. I'm not a healer. I'm just a dude. But the whole point is that you settle down and you put your phone away and you take your shoes off and you just let go of the ego and the identity. It's like nobody can see you because your eyes are closed, and it's not about me. It's like, it's not a performance where you don't have your eyes open. There's a light show and you're gonna dance and you're gonna feel all that shit. It's like a totally different thing. So it's an interesting thing to do, because there is no, I don't want it to be about me, because it's not about me. And then the people who get to go, they can let go. They don't have to like be like, who's looking at me? And am I in, you know, like, I'm tall. When I go to a concert, I'm like constantly fucking like, oh, there's some fucking person behind me that can't see. So I just get pushed back, you know. Well, this is like a totally different way to experience music, and you're not doing anything. You're not dancing. You're not on. You get to turn off, and I think that's what I'm into right now. For that, that's a very exciting thing.
I love that. Is there anything that didn't happen, hindsight 2020, in your career, in your creative career, that looking back was a gift or a blessing in disguise?
That didn't say again?
Right, so hindsight 2020.
Right.
Was there anything that didn't happen in your creative process or in your journey, in your career, that looking back you realize was a gift or a blessing in disguise?
I didn't get that gig, and thank God, because I met my girlfriend, or something like that. Right. Interesting. That's a good question. I don't know. Nothing comes to mind. I mean, I'm sure if I fished around long enough, I can convince myself of something and sell it to you. But I don't really have that kind of immediate response. I think I'm really fortunate. It's been definitely an interesting journey, jumping from one gig to another gig, to this record, to that record, my own projects, and juggling all that kind of stuff. And I think it's all just happening as it's supposed to be. I've always been a slow burn. I've never been like, I'm not a one-hit wonder, you know, at all. I've never been. That's almost like, and that's hard on, that's been hard on myself. Okay, it would be that I'm not a one-hit wonder. That the times I've tried to do something that's like, this is gonna be it, this is gonna be my break, and it doesn't happen, just enables me to have a longer career and grow as an artist and grow as a musician and continue to work with other people along the way. And that's been an amazing journey, you know, the sort of umbrella of people I've gotten to play with and collaborate with and work with and all that kind of stuff wouldn't happen, I guess, if I had done something different, you know, or my band had made it, or I don't know, you know, like one of those. Thank God my band didn't make it when I was a kid. You know, like, I'd hate to be playing that music now. Hate it. Just be like, oh, fuck, that song again, you know? Like, so I never have to do that song again. It just doesn't happen in my life. I'm like, fucking hell. Sometimes I wish it would. So like, cha-ching, bitches.
How do you deal with failure?
Because I fucking already hate myself. So it's like, you know, like it's like already, I don't really, but I, you know, like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't feel like nothing's like, if I didn't get something, then so what? Something else is coming around, you know? So I don't really have that, like, everything has to be dependent on this. This has to happen, and if it doesn't, I fucking suck. Like, I already just go like, it's all irrelevant anyways, you know? And the times that I get caught up in the idea that something has to happen, then I just get bummed out and I get, you know, bruised or whatever, you know, that kind of thing. But I don't really, failure is like only a state of mind anyways. We're all, you know, failure is fucking Trump. That's a failure, sorry. But he's not. Please take that out. You have to take that out. Because then that's like, if we're going to have that conversation, that's a whole other conversation.
We're not going to open this.
Out of context.
Yeah.
Failure is Trump.
But no, I mean, yeah, so I don't think like that. Like, I don't think if this doesn't happen, I'm a failure. Or if this isn't successful, it's a failure. Or it's just like, if this doesn't happen, great, something else then. That's how I really feel about things, you know. If you like go up to the cute girl in the corner in the bar and you talk to her and she's like, you know, it's like, oh my God, I should cut my dick off and become a monk. Like, no, like you just go to the next, you know, it's like there's always something else. So I don't deal with failure. Maybe because I avoid it. Maybe I'm an avoidant. Maybe I'm just.
Or maybe you're just in the flow.
I'm not that fucking deep. Drinking matcha and a fucking Topanga. I'm total fucking stereotype. I just cut my hair. I should have a longer beard as well, and then I would really fit in. It's all bullshit. It's all a fucking ego thing anyways, you know? And all this is just some bullshit we agreed upon.
Is there anything that we haven't asked you that you want to share, that you want to tell people that are, you know, aspiring to be artists, any kind of artist, really? It doesn't have to be a musician in particular.
Don't stop. I would say for anything, it doesn't even have to be art. If you want something, then get clear about what it is and then focus on it, you know? Like I feel so fortunate in my life because I never ever struggled with, it's only now actually since turning 40 where I was like, what am I doing with my life? Like literally up until then, like from 7 till 40, I was like, it was like porno cock trajectory. Like there it is, I'm going there. And as soon as I stopped and started second guessing or that kind of thing started seeping into my psyche, then the whole frame gets fuzzy. Everything starts, you know, it's like you're juggling this thing that doesn't, you know, the whole thing becomes fuzzy. That's a great way to say it. So like if you want something, just be clear about it and go for it and just trust that it's there and trust it's going to happen. And even if you don't know what trust is or you don't know how to trust, just focus on it and believe in yourself, you know, and go for it. And, you know, there's plenty of people who are successful at their craft and are happy. And when I mean successful, they're not just making money or they're surviving by it, but they're happy in the art that they do, regardless of whether or not the art is accepted worldwide or you like it or I like it or you like it. It doesn't matter. Or if it's good or bad, that's all relative. And none of that means anything. It's just a matter of, is the person happy making the art that they're making? And if they are, they're successful. That's all you got to worry about. That's it, you know. And if you have a great time doing the thing that you do, all the other stuff will come. The riches, all that other riches. I don't even know what riches are, but like being able to survive by it, like a means to live and a means to survive, and you know, that kind of thing. Yeah. So just stay focused. Stay focused.
Thank you. From your mouth to God's ears.
Yeah.
I needed to hear that. So thanks for sharing. And thanks for, do you have anything else?
No, I mean, I think that's pretty, unless you have anything else that you want to share or that you want to say. Is there any question that we didn't ask you that you wish we would have?
What's your inspiration for doing what you're doing?
What is your inspiration?
No. What's your inspiration?
Ours.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and jump in, and then she can jump in. But my entire life have been very moved by art and artists. I'm a feeler. I feel my way through life, and being an artist, I was sort of looking for an outlet to create art that had nothing to do with me, and this has given me that opportunity. And in that, the discovery of being able to expose and create a platform for artists and support them in their growth, and eventually have them co-collaborate and create a community where artists of all kinds can come together. I think it's important for artists to have that.
Right.
You know, it's really specific what we do, and it takes a lot of takes a lot of courage and bravery, and sometimes it takes inspiration and hope and faith, and other artists do that, you know? I find that other artists lift me when I'm feeling like I need lifting. And so there's not been one interview that we've had that I've not walked away with something, you know? And so if for nothing else, I'm doing it because of that.
Right.
And it's the stories. Like, for me, I'm a storyteller, and I love to hear people's, where they came from and how they got there. And I think being an artist at times can be a struggle, and it takes a lot of, like, you know, saying, a lot of courage to be an artist, and vulnerability, and putting your naked ass on the line. And sometimes you need a little support, and sometimes it's just hearing one thing from someone like you or another artist that gets you back on your path and continues you know, in that trajectory that you're talking about of doing something that you really love. So I think that we have a special place in both our hearts for artists, and it's kind of nice to give them a home and a place that we can all support each other and keep kind of nudging each other along the way.
Yeah, community is important, I think. But you know, by nature of what we are as a species, we are communal, you know. So when that was like, you know, that old, it takes a tribe, yeah.
Yeah, a tribe is detrimental to our evolution, you know, and as artists, immensely so. So, yeah.
And we're judged all the time, so it's really nice to have a community where people are like, I'm just here to support your journey. I'm not here to have an opinion about your work or
how you get there.
Yeah, we're just supporting the fact that you do it and that you show up, and that you're true to your soul and wanting to create something that hasn't been done yet.
That's an interesting thing you say, like we judge all the time, because like with social media, which is some, you know, that's not going anywhere, at least right now, until the power goes out. But right now it's on, and that's where everyone's investing a lot of their energy. Creative energy is in promoting themselves. It's in some ways we've never really had that medium before, like this sort of place where so many people, you know, it's like everybody can have a camera now, and everybody can make music now, and you know, all this with technology. So with social media, everybody can be self-promoting in a way that they couldn't be before. And it's interesting, you know, you say the thing about judging, because so many people are putting themselves out there, I think, in fearlessness. You know, I'm not saying social media is good or bad. I'm not even offering an opinion on that. But what I'm saying is like the thing of, it's kind of inspiring in a sense, even if it's, and I can judge the whole thing of that, but if I take that out and I just look at it as like, wow, it's kind of crazy that so many people are willing to put themselves out there and could care less about the judgment side of it, because we do judge as whatever culturally, that's what we do right now. You know, that's like part of our thing. We build up, then we break down, and it's wild. I don't know. I just sit out thinking. And
it's nice too, like energy and motion for us. It can exist, and we can do what we do because social media is there, and we can choose to put out whatever we want, and people can attach to it or they don't have to. Which is just nice to have the freedom and the space and the platform to create and to put out content in the world that we care about. We're, I guess in essence, we are creating a platform within a platform, you know? Social media is a platform for us to do what we do, you know, to create the community, which is the platform for these artists and for ourselves. So, yeah, you know, I'm a believer that everything impacts you the way you allow it to, you know? You can do good, you can do bad, whatever good or bad is, you know? But yeah. But it's been really fun. And we get to connect with people like you. So. Absolutely. And it's amazing. So
lucky you guys.
I know.
It is lucky us. We're so thankful to be here.
Or lucky you gender fluid people. What are we supposed to say nowadays?
Whatever the hell we
lucky want. You humans.
Yes. Because essentially.
But what if you're not a human?
But what if you're just a spirit?
What if you identify more with, lucky you energy and motions.
Yes! Amen. With that being said, thank you for making us laugh, because you do have that gift. So that's awesome.
Tell Vanessa.
I will.
And tell my friends. I told my friends, this is off camera now, but I told my friends one day, I was like, what do you guys think? I'm going to become a stand-up comedian. And they started laughing. Like, no way. But the fact that they started laughing, I'm like, look, you're laughing. Isn't that the point of a stand-up comedian?
Yes, I just did it. This was my first one. This
Yes.
is my first bit. This is part of it.
My shtick.
It works.
Well, that leads us into just taking the opportunity to truly say thank you to you for opening up to us, opening up your home, for sharing a little bit of your heart and your mind with us and with the community. And
You're actually going to put this out?
We never know what we put out, to be honest. We never know
You put
until
out?
I put out when I need to.
It's not that kind of show.
But really, thank you for opening up your home and your heart. And,
Thanks for coming.
And let us know the next time that you have your.
I play the first Saturday of every month at Rome, Los Angeles.
Awesome.
But it's going to change soon. I'm going to be going out of town, but more or less. But once a month, I'll probably do one.
Yeah,
cool. We would love to continue to support it and spread the word and
cool.
and share that.
I think the next one would be the first week of August.
Okay, great.
We're on it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Lovely getting to know you a little better.